Well, we did a video a while ago on that dolphin thing. And Davis Instruments is the company that makes like the main one. They saw it and they said, thanks, Clark. And you know, it wasn't paid endorsement, just something I wanted to do. They asked me if I would do paid endorsements, and I had to think about it. And you know, I will if they're good products. So I told them I was actually already going to talk about wheels, and they said, well, we'll send you some wheels. I said, no, don't worry. I have your wheels. I've had these for 20 years, and I've used them on several dinghies, and they were great, but they don't make this style anymore. And I'm going to sell them to a friend. They asked me to use their new ones, which they gave me for free. So, you know, who turned that down, right? So I'm going to put these on now, but they go on the dinghy and you can fold them down and then roll it right up the beach. You'll see the process. Anyway, I wanted to show you what we're going to do, and I wanted to tell you that I do like them because I paid my own money to buy a pair 20 years ago when they looked like this. Anyway, Davis Instrument makes good stuff. We're going to put their wheels on today, and I'll never again have to drag that heavy dinghy full of barnacles up a steep beach. Scraping wasn't as bad as I thought, and for two reasons. It was just easier to scrape than I thought it was going to be, but mostly Emily did more than half of it, so that was nice. But hauling the boat up the beach was exhausting. You need wheels. Maybe not so much in the Caribbean where the tide isn't so much, but if you get over on the Pacific side, like through the Panama Canal, or anybody already knows if you're up the West Coast, like Seattle, you got 16-foot tides. If you want to bring your dinghy to a beach and you come in low tide, but you're going to hang out for a while and you don't want it floating away at high tide, to get to that palm tree you want to tie it to, it's like a quarter of a mile up the beach. You need wheels. Also, the surf there is really rough, and having wheels lets you do this act where you jump out of the boat and grab the bow and run it up like a wheelbarrow. So I tell everybody you need wheels, and you can't buy them down in Panama. None of the chandeliers ever carry them. You know what? You know, it's awkward to do here. And I thought I had to do it here because of all the growth. But we got the growth off. So we'll just take it back and put it on the foredeck of the boat. And this will be like real easy to do. But in short, I'm going to put this bracket right here. But where it's easy. On up. Okay, I think you got her. Okay, watch yourself. Right. We've got the dinghy up on the deck of Temptress now, where it's much easier to work on. I've installed one of the brackets. I'm going to install this bracket now. This would be a trivial job on most dinghies. Just drill some holes and mount it in. This dinghy has flotation chambers right on the other side, and I had to mine into closed cell foam. Sounds like it would be easy. Surprisingly, it wasn't, but it's done now. So, time to mount the dinghy wheel mount here. They mount so that they're 3.5 inches up from the bottom of the boat, and they're wide enough out not to interfere with the motor or anything else. That would be just up to you. And of course, you don't want them all cockeyed. They want to be perpendicular to the level of the dinghy. Okay, now a little bit of waterproof goo. Keep the water out of the boat. And we are all set to have wheel brackets. I'm sure a lot of you are saying, why aren't you putting a bit in that drill and doing it with the electric drill? It's a lot of screwing, very hard work in an awkward place. It's because they're stainless steel. And you've got to do stainless steel by hand. No matter how careful you are, you end up, it's a pretty soft metal actually, and you end up stripping the heads. And then you can't get them apart 5 years later. So I long ago gave up on using power screwdrivers with stainless steel. And I would recommend it for everyone. There we go. Okay, a little trim of the goo. You got this little pin so you can remove the wheel. Okay, so you've got this wheel and you can just store them in the up position and motor around and just have that be where they live if you're in a place that uses wheels now and again. If you push them down and you submerge them underwater, of course it's a wheel, it's inflated, it's buoyant. The same thing will happen on the top. It'll go down and come up into this little bracket and just stay there because of its buoyancy. And then it's all locked and ready and you can take it up on the beach. I'm really glad that Davis pressed me to use their new wheels. Once I got looking at it, this foam problem would have made it impossible to use the old style. You needed to screw it in through the bulkhead every time and it would be under the seat. So I would have been out of luck. These are about the only wheels that would work. So I'm very happy I have them. I do wish I hadn't had to dig the foam out because that was a pain in the butt, but doesn't hurt the boat any. Still got lots of buoyancy. I might spray some foam in there later or something, I don't know. But I'm dying to put the boat back in the water and take it to the beach and see how these things work. Let's go give it a shot. Okay, let's put the wheels down. That was easy. Oh, there's a steep bank.
Perfect.
That was easier. And I have to admit, we don't have enough air in the tires. It'll be even easier. I've had these before. Places like this, 2 feet of tide, you know, it's nice for hauling the dinghy out and doing things, but if you get into the Pacific where the tide is significant, you just really need have the wheels because you can't haul a 300-pound dinghy a quarter mile up a beach.
And if you're interested in these dinghy wheels, we'll put them in our Amazon storefront. You can get that at the description below, and also at the Davis Instruments website. Thanks.